I guess we'll buy more science ID cards. Getting tired of walking out here, to be honest with you. But now we have the storm, which of course will not fit in our inventory. So we can't carry both back to base. So annoying. Why do I have the car drop these? Maybe we'll have enough space. Of course not. I'm getting really irritated by the inability to store like the mace in my backpack. I have a huge freaking backpack. And yes, the mace is too long to fit in there, but the mace is an item that would still fit in a backpack. You know? If I had a backpack and I have a full-size mace, I would just put the head side down in the backpack and zip it as much as I could, and that mace would sit in there perfectly fine. And I'm really starting to get annoyed at the inability to carry more than one item at a time. Well, we apparently could this time. Okay, so dropping the books did let the storm fit. Why? It's only 4 inches. Then why didn't it fit the first time? Okay, I don't care. Let's go back to base. We don't need those books. Those books don't matter. So head back to base. Now we have a rifle. Probably will replace our pistol with the storm, because the storm ammunition is a little bit more common than the pistol 40 or whatever caliber round we had for it. It is 40. And I just don't care about pistols very much. We did make the holster, which is holstering a flashlight. Where'd my pistol go? So we lost our pistol. I don't even know what it would be called. It would be over here on the gun pile. It's not here. So at some point we lost our pistol. So that's exciting. It holstered our flashlight instead of the pistol. So I guess the pistol just is gone forever now. So that's exciting. So first of all, don't put my flashlight in a pistol holder. That shouldn't even work with that. So we'll drop the flashlight. So where'd my gun go? It's just gone forever, I guess. Well, good thing we bought the storm then, so we can drop the ammo. We don't need the ammo anymore. And we'll keep some loose 9mm in our backpack as well. Yeah, give me the jacketed hollow points. How's that doing inventory-wise? Okay. It's fine. We can lose the holster now, since that doesn't freaking matter. Can't believe we lost our pistol. Pistol became a light gun. Everything's working out super well for me today. Found a bat and my AK fit in a bow sling. Found it a bit strange. Yeah, so they're gradually adding length to items. So here we can see the mace. It's 31 inches. The blunt weapons are one of the only things that have been assessed at this point and had their sizes set up in length, or at least they're the only ones I've seen. Guns have not, so here you can see the storm is actually only 4 inches long, which is obviously not... This is a pistol? Pistol caliber carbine. So, magazines that are interchangeable... No, okay, it is a rifle. It concerned me because I saw pistol in here. The storm's only 4 inches, which obviously is not right. People are working on that pretty much all the time. It's a very new addition. Length was added to the game like, I don't know, 10 days ago or something like that. Not very long at all. So items are still being assessed. My concern, like I just expressed, is that long items are not going to fit in large packs. Even though obviously we could fit our storm in our backpack, it just would not be able to close tightly and fully zip. So I'm not sure of a good way to work around that. I can't think of a way to work around that. But that's my concern, is that we're going to get to a point, like currently you can't pick up planks. Planks are too long, not enough capacity. So if we look at a plank, it's 51 inches. There's no container in the game that can hold a 51-inch item. So basically anytime you want to do anything with a plank, you have to hold it in your hands. This is obviously nonsense. A plank in this game I did not know was supposed to be 51 inches. I thought they were small 2x4s. I guess if they're meant to be really long 2x4s, you just wouldn't be able to put them in a backpack. Obviously you can't. You would throw them in the bed of your truck to come home. You wouldn't throw them in a backpack. So I guess that makes sense, but it's certainly going to be annoying. I'm working on adding lengths to 5.56 guns. It's pretty much just me adding gun lengths. Yeah, a lot of them are messed up. Sorry no one is helping you, but you're doing great work. Keep up the good work. I need my guns to be appropriately length. I think the shotgun we had was 5 inches as well. It's interesting that they didn't keep a uniform inches. I thought when they added them to the game, all items would be like 5 inches, and that would be like the standard initial setting, but they actually range from like 3 to 5 inches, which is pretty interesting. Another person is working on spear lengths at the moment. Okay, cool. Like I said, I saw someone had done blunt weapons. So again, it's just a work in progress. It's just going to take time. Probably talk about that a little bit in our experimental Cataclysm episode tomorrow or whenever I get around to recording that. Let's hour and 41 minutes. Man, I've been barely drinking this whole time. I really should be drinking more. I think I'm going to take a brief break and have myself a smoke. So, yeah, sorry. I'm going to be back in 3 to 5 minutes. We'll play a little bit longer. You know, I'm tempted actually just to call the stream. We'll come back and play a little bit more. So I'm going to take a smoke break. Chat's going. That's nice. Keeping people engaged while I'm away. That's good. Normally lose a lot of people when I take a break. I really need to get something that you can look at when I'm on break. That way you guys have something mildly entertaining. I was thinking about just doing clips and putting clips up, but like, I don't know, because then they'd be interrupted weird and you might not hear the whole bit or whatever, so I don't know what to put. Night spear and regular backpack, it's not going to work. Need to add a hydrate redeem for streamer currency options like turkey bacon does, then you won't forget. So honestly, it's not that I forget, it's that I don't like to drink when I'm streaming because I feel like it's a break in content that people don't. I feel like I need to talk constantly, and I know that's not true, but I feel like if I'm not talking, that's bad. Even if it takes me 2 seconds to take a drink, that's too long. It shouldn't be quiet for that long. Plus, I don't know how to do the currency redeem stuff, and I feel like I work on stream stuff basically every day. Every day I do YouTube stuff for multiple hours a day, and I feel like I make no progress at all. So all this little stuff that I do, I feel like is maybe not an optimal use of my time. I don't know. Favorite early game weapon? I like the quarterstaff, is one of my favorites, so that's definitely something. Razor bat's a good one. Yeah, barbed bat is one. If I can find a baseball bat, that is my go-to, but I really like the quarterstaff. Anyway, pull down the overlay, get back into it. I guess I'll take a drink, because I didn't drink before I came back. I like taking Salat martial art. Yeah, what is that? The Penjack Salat or something like that? I think that's the martial art they used in the Raid movies, I think, which is, of course, they're very popular. People really like the martial arts. I don't use martial arts in the game or fighting styles. I never learned how to use them, and I've just never used them. I know people really like them. I know they got nerfed really hard last year. Used to be just absolutely crazy powerful abilities, and then they got nerfed. So I don't know how good they are now. I just never use them. I never think about it. I'm going to go back to studying our first aid here, because again, with the hub and with the adjacency of trying to find a lab and stuff with the Science ID cards, we're going to shoot for CBMs pretty much as quickly as possible here, I think. Yeah, very thirsty. We should attend to that, and we should put our earbuds back in. We'll wait till we finish. Great. First aid level 3. Let's drink something. We have a lot of this juice. Let's drink more of this juice because it's going to go bad. So we'll drink some OJ, which should also put some calories in us. Apple cider, sure. Can we drink some water as well to get a little bit more quench? We're good. We're basically healed up to full as well. I guess we keep reading first aid books. First responder handbook 3 to 6. Do we have another smaller one that's a little more fun? We do not. So that's the only one we have access to. Okay. No, earbuds. Earbuds. Activate earbuds. Now read the book. We're just going to grind our skills. Don't really have anything else going on. Using MMA, you can yeet zombies with setting sun. It's more fun. Ninja Turtle style. Yeah, I'm not familiar with a lot of the martial arts, to be perfectly honest. I like imagining my characters swinging weapons like in movies. Yeah, I mean, I think that that is a huge part of the appeal of martial arts, is people like to imagine, you know, you karate chop a zombie and murder it is like something they're really into. So I do think that that's a huge part of it. Man, all these bird eggs. Let's make something with these eggs. We'll go see egg. Nope, I don't feel like eating mayonnaise. Baked beans. I don't really like the idea of using up our other non-perishable goods. I'd rather just scramble some eggs. Do we have... Yeah, deluxe. What do we have for this? M for more. Do we have bacon? We have meat jerky. I don't really want to use any of those because they're all canned goods, and we would rather keep those canned goods. We do have some meat jerky, but I would prefer to keep those canned goods and things. So we'll just make regular scrambled eggs. How many portions? 2 portions, and they last for 2 days. So we'll make 3 batches here for 6 total eggs. We'll eat some eggs. Low calories, of course, but we're just looking to fill our belly at the moment. I guess we'll keep reading. How's our temperature? Our legs are very warm. Our torso is very warm. So the leather pants and the armor. Leather pants. So we should be good. Standing by the fire doesn't help, but what are you going to do? We're going to keep reading. We're immediately very hungry again, so that's exciting. I guess our calories are just teetering on the brink of having a lot of food and not having enough food. I'm not very experienced, so I don't have very many favorite things. I mean, everybody starts out at the bottom, essentially. And, yeah, you learn over time. And like I said, I've been playing for years. I still don't know the martial arts stuff. I still don't know half the mutagen stuff. I don't know a lot of things about Cataclysm, and I just did a 115 episode tutorial series, and I still don't know everything about Cataclysm. It's just one of those games, you know. I've been trying to think of other games, because like I think I want to go more into the tutorial style content, and I'm running out of things to talk about with Cataclysm, because I've run out of things I actually know about the game. So I was trying to think of other games I could play that would have a similar, you know, level of interest from community members and stuff. There are my dogs barfing. Someone is walking their dog out front who is barking. So sorry about that. That's probably going to be an ongoing... They're going to bark for a bit. Anytime they hear a dog, they're like, oh man, I'm in this now. And they'll bark for, you know, 2 full minutes. So we'll cook some more meat here because I'm a little concerned at not getting enough calories. If they don't stop, I'll go fuss at them. Tell her to shush. And not that she listens. And yeah, I was trying to think of other games that I know a lot of stuff about. And what I've come back to is like literally the only other thing is World of Warcraft. And I already saw that my community doesn't really have any interest in watching me play World of Warcraft. So it's like, I just really don't know. I was going to over the weekend, so like I said, I got pretty sick over the weekend. Excuse me while I fuss my pupper. I guess it's the neighbors again. Fix my mic. I guess it's the neighbors again. They're over there. They did the auction of the, you know, my neighbor passed away, and I said they were going to have an auction, and they were throwing a lot of things away. They did all that. They actually sold the house. They sold his vehicle, everything that we kind of were interested in. We were interested in his vehicle, and they were going to go $5,000 on it, and it turned out to be a lot more than that. Just like the house, we live in a dinky little country town. Their house is not very good, but they sold their house for like $90,000, which is surprising to me. I thought it would bring more like 40, because again, we live in a really bad town. Like there's nothing here. We have no work. We have no stores. We have nothing here. Nobody wants to live here, but they still got $90,000 for their house. which I don't love because now my family members are like, we should sell our house. We should get a reverse mortgage because we could really use the money. It's like, no, they're going to take the house from us. We're not going to be able to keep up with the payments and things, and don't do that. And so I'm a little nervous about that now. We're going to turn off, we already turned off the MP3 player. We are tired. Let's, I'll keep bandaging, I guess. There's no reason not to. And we're going to go save first, and we'll go to sleep again. So they're over there making noise, and they appear to have brought their dog, so my puppers might keep barking. My dog doesn't stop. Like, I just, basically when I say I go fuss my dog, basically all I do is open the door and say stop. And, she'll stop sometimes. It depends on what's going on. But they're over there talking next door pretty loudly, and I think they brought their dog, so might run into that issue some more. What was I talking about? Oh yes, so I got sick over the weekend. I was going to stream Friday and Saturday, and then got sick on Friday and was like, I can't do this. I don't have time. I'm just going to get sick every 10 minutes, and I'd ended up not streaming. But I was going to stream Warlords Battlecry because someone commented on my YouTube video and was like, man, I love this game. I'm watching your series again. And I was like, man, it must be a really good series that I made. So I went back and watched the series, and it was only 3 episodes, and they're terrible. And I was like, this is not good content. I love this game. Why don't we play it on stream sometime? And so I was going to do Warlords Battlecry. I could do some tutorial stuff for that, but that's such an old game. I don't think people care about it. And it's always hard to decide what I should be doing with my time, because I never know what I should be doing or what's the best thing to be doing. So I just end up defaulting to whatever I feel like, and then I don't make the progress that I want to make, and I'm disappointed in myself. So with Cataclysm, I'm going through the Isherwood Farms, doing tutorials for that particular NPC faction. That seems like a pretty cool place. I'm trying to go through the faction stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I just never know what to do, and I never know what people want to see. Like, I thought the NPC faction stuff would be really popular because, like, it's really unique stuff that not a lot of people have seen. Like, the Isherwood Farms is a pretty rare map location, so I was like, man, people are going to be into this because it'll be stuff they never saw before. And I posted it, and it did, like, as well as anything else, but I don't know, I just thought it would be better. Plus those take a long time to make because I have to cut a bunch of stuff. That's right, I can't pick up planks anymore. So I don't know. I'm about halfway done with the Isherwood Farm missions and stuff. Those have been fine. They're not super interesting or anything. They're really very fetch questy, a lot of them. But it's a cool place, and I like the idea of it. So props to whoever made that. And yeah, I'm gonna keep making those, I guess. But I don't know what else to do. And then I end up frittering away a whole day working on an alert or whatever, trying to animate something which I've never done before. Anyway. House prices are bonkers nowadays. I guess I see. So I was talking to my family member, and I said, she said it brought like 90,000, and I was like, it's not worth that. And she's like, yes, it is. And I said, it's like our house. Our house is not worth $90,000. Our house is bigger than their house. Our house is just as nice as their house. We have a bigger yard. We have, he has a shed thing down there, so like we don't have that. But like 90 grand for that, I wouldn't pay more than, 40 grand for a house in this town. And she's like, you just don't understand money. And it's like, I guess, but I see houses all the time that are like, I don't know, $17,000 to $30,000 out here because they're crap houses that were built, 150 years ago that are all run down and stuff, just like our house. And she's like, you just don't understand money. And I was like, that's a lot of money. She says, oh, it's a lot of money to you because you don't have money. I guess. But I guess, and I think about it like, if I lived in a city or something where there's actual stuff, then there's a lot more value. But like, we don't have work here. If you move into this town, you're going to have to drive 30 to 40 minutes to work every day. Like, nobody wants that. Like we had a couple years ago, my neighbors across the street moved in, and they're a young couple who were like, they were probably like 28 at the time. They're probably about my age. And I was like, why would they move to this town? This is a terrible town. You know, there's nothing here. Why would they move out here? You know, their house is really nice, but they, you know, they have like a huge back fenced in garden area that's got rocks and landscaping. It looks really, really nice. But like me and my neighbor's house is terrible. I don't know why people would pay that kind of money. And I think it was like a business owner bought it, so I don't know what they're going to do with it. But it's residential, so I don't think they're going to be able to put anything in it. It's just going to be for someone to live in. So I don't know. I guess we'll get new neighbors here in the future at some point. But they bought the house outright. So yeah, I think I'm trying to think what they own. It's a shop owner, like that owns one of these smaller businesses. I can't think of what it was. It might be Concrete People or something. They sell concrete. They have these concrete like lawn ornaments. They do these concrete statues. They do these concrete like literal concrete work. But they sell bricks of concrete and stuff. It's like I'm not really sure. I think that's the Concrete People that bought the house. I'm not 100%. We are hungry constantly. Starting to get annoyed. We've eaten thousands of calories worth of meat in the last 24 hours. We're still at normal weight, and we're constantly being very hungry, which I think means we have a calorie deficit. But I don't understand. I've eaten a huge amount of meat. Not sure why we're still hungry. Like we've eaten, I don't know, 15 portions of meat today, and they're what? Cooked, they're like 400 calories each. Why am I still functioning at a deficit? Let's cook the meat and then turn it into sandwiches. That way we get even more calories in our body. Sandwich, because then we get the bread as well. So we have meat sandwiches. Where's the meat sandwich? Meat sandwich. Can use cooked meat. And we have bread. So we'll make... It only lasts for one day. Well, so does the meat, though. Go ahead and make 2 portions. Use the bread and use the cooked meat. We eat some meat sandwiches. Meat sandwiches, 349 calories, but there are portions, so 2 to 1 for meat, so it's 400 calories for meat, and it gives 680 calories total, 698 calories total. So the bread is a significant amount of calories as well. So we'll go ahead and eat a meat sandwich, and it immediately took us from no status right to very hungry. Doesn't make sense. Eat another one and we're full. Okay, sure. You're quite full. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be quite full if I wasn't hungry constantly. I wouldn't eat so much. What do we have to drink? Some almond milk? Oh, we're full, though. Just go back to reading. This is nonsense. Let's just keep reading. Concrete conspiracy. They're going to level the house and build up a concrete factory. It's a really noisy one. Probably not. I'm sure it's just zoned for residential here, and they would not be allowed to do something like that. Obviously, you're joking. But, you know, I don't know what they want to do with it. I don't know if it's going to be for, like, employee housing, or if it's going to be they just wanted another house, because I think they live in a much nicer house than this one, so I'm not sure what they wanted this house for. But, I mean, it could be an investment, too, for all we know. You know, maybe they want to rent out the house. I don't know. Maybe he's expanding his business to include some property ownership, you know? People do that. I would love to do that if I had money. We've talked about this before. Someone famous and smarter than me once said that the fastest path to wealth in America for an uneducated person is property ownership. And I absolutely believe that. I think it's a really smart thing to say. And yeah, I think America is... We're very hungry. We literally just consumed meat to the point of being bloated, and now we're hungry. I'm getting a little annoyed by this. Sometimes city neighbors are much worse than loud dogs. Yeah, I could not live in the city. I do not enjoy people. And there are many people in the city, from what I've been told. I'm very much a country boy, and I enjoy living in the country, and would hate to live anywhere else. So we're on day 68. So for sure by now, Hub has updated their stores. So when we wake up, we'll head up there. And we'll see what they have. And we're immediately very hungry, because why wouldn't we be? Are they worse than a concrete factory? I mean, people are terrible. People are the worst. We lived in I grew up in the city, the nearest city. And our neighbors were terrible. And it was always like that. We lived, even when it was like, so basically most of the houses in that area are split into 2 apartments. There's an upstairs apartment and a downstairs apartment. And yeah, it was just constant noise from both our family and from their family all the time, regardless of where we lived. We moved around a lot. You completed the achievement. Thank God it's Friday. What is that? Thank God it's Friday. Survive for a week. Yeah, I mean, that's not particularly difficult. So we did it. Hooray. And we are almost fully healed. I really should have bandaged before I went to bed again. Anyway, now that we have like survival 3, or I'm sorry, first aid 5, we're going to heal much faster than we used to when we apply bandages and things. How are we doing cooked meat wise? It just says 1 day shelf life. Let's make some more meat sandwiches. 2 more batches, and we'll use the bread, and we will use the cooked meat. We're eating so much, and we're constantly hungry. I don't understand what's happening. Meat sandwich, satisfied, great. And let's go up to the hub again. So let's grab our hub coins. We have $500 in hub coins, and let's take some more books to trade them, because that's why we picked up so many books. And 4 of those, 1 of those, 3 of those. Actually, I don't want drama novels at all, so we could just take all of those. We also want to drop the first aid book, because I don't want to accidentally sell that. And we have a little bit of space. Give me... sure, 2 copies. Nope, 1 copy of Electronic Circuit Theory. We'll go up there and we'll trade with the hub, see if we can get something better. Let's throw on our armor and pants, because you should not visit NPCs without wearing pants. It's just a rude thing to do. Head up there. My ex-neighbors had 13 cats, 2 dogs, were very smelly, and threw onions at us. That is an extremely odd thing to do. I'm sorry that you had onions thrown at you. No human being should ever go through the horrible experience of having onions thrown at them. I feel very bad for you, my friend. So their stock has still not updated. It's literally been like 6 days. Unless they're keeping... No, because it would have updated their CBMs. So they're clearly not updating on the schedule they're supposed to be on. So it looks like that's broken, because that's like the 5th thing today we found that's broken. Because we're on day 68. We came over here on like day 2 or 3. So it's been 5 days since we first interacted with them. So they obviously should have updated their stock by now. It's supposed to be on a 72-hour thing. The way Mark described it was, when you interact with them, it sets that time, and then 3 days from that time, it will update their stock. So I don't understand why they're not updating. I'm a little frustrated by it, honestly. Part of the reason we settled here was because I wanted to abuse Hub01 for bartering stuff. So I'm a little frustrated by that. Yes, take me home. Take me home. Country roads. So we'll come up here and we'll drop things off. Man, I'm super irritated that this is not updating. Onions, what a neighbor. They were sure we are stealing their sausages. What an odd situation. You hate onions. Onions are delicious, though. They threw onions at you. That's free onions. Plus, if you stole their sausage, then you can have sausage and onions, which sounds way better than what I had for dinner, which was some kind of slop. Basically, it was like baked ziti, kind of, only not baked ziti. It was like a crock pot of beef and noodles and a little bit of cheese. So what bothers me is that my family member is now home and he's just allowing the dogs to bark without saying anything or doing anything about it. And I can hear the neighbors out there. So, like, I know they're out there making noise and it upsets my dog. But he's sitting downstairs with the dog. It takes him 5 seconds to be like, stop, stop barking, you know? And he's not going to do that. He's going to let them bark for really as long as they want to. So the hub's not working. So that's kind of like a huge factor in what I was going to do with this character. I don't really know what to do now. Because without the hub, we're not going to get access to those CBMs for cheap, which is what I wanted. So what do I do? Still can't go to the east because of the wasps. We do have enough bullets we could kill them. I don't really want to do that. We could push down into town. I can hear him going in and out of the front door. I know he's down there. You should just stop the dogs from barking. We could push in to get some of these gun shops and things. Nah, I don't want the butcher shop. So, like, the gun shop is pretty great. We don't have metal sawing. Do we have a hacksaw? We don't. The doors can be picked, if I recall. So we could work on our lockpick skill a little bit. I guess. I don't really want to. I don't really want to pack up and move either. Move time. Sounds like a mental institution. She had some kind of paranoia or schizophrenia or both. I mean, what can you do? People have issues. Oh, that's right. Wasn't there a... Yeah, there's a sulfurous anthill up here. That's right. We went up there to loot, and it was filled with acid ants. So we can't even explore this town. Man, this sucks. Where would I even go? Not down here. I mean, this research center, I feel like we should go to because I've never really been in one before. But the flaming eyes were there. Oh, I bet that's where they... No, it's so far away. I don't think they came from there. Can't explore this town because of the ants. We'd have to move up. We've already moved like twice in this game, though. I don't want to move again. I really don't know what to do. Well, you know what you do? What time are we at? 2 hours, 12 minutes. What you do is you read for another 5 minutes and then you quit. That way, it's not your problem anymore. It's Thursday Murder's problem. And then you deal with it on Thursday. So let's just go back to reading a bit. First aid book. I mean, we don't really need to keep raising first aid at this point. We should probably work on... Why don't we grind Fav a little bit? Why don't you eat another sandwich since we're struggling so much with our weight? We're still at normal weight. I'm wondering if we're not... I'm wondering if they changed the range for normal weight because I know my Cataclysm well enough that, like, I've eaten so much I should have jumped into overweight by now. So I'm wondering if they changed the range on what is overweight and normal weight. Or else maybe something with our stomach is broken. In fact, I just saw a PR where someone changed the way stomach works. The stomach contents system worked. Now they let the dogs out, so the dogs will bark at the neighbors even more. They changed it so that stomachs will absorb vitamins differently. And I'm wondering if that broke it, because this is not working the way it should be working, I think. So that's interesting. I might have to do some reading. Maybe I can post a bug report or something. Do the gun stores and then look into the lab. Yeah, I mean, the lab is the smart play. The gun store is more of a quality of life thing. I'd like more bullets than I have. But we have the AR-15, so if we start clearing the lab, we'll have ammo for that. But we don't right this second. I had a very similar problem with weight. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be working the way it was like a week ago. So I'm wondering what they changed about that. Something has changed because it's not working the way, you just get a feel for those things when you play hundreds of hours of a game, and it just feels different all of a sudden, and I don't really know what to make of that. So let's quickly maybe do some fab work, preferably here-ish. Towel hanger. Planks and towels. No. I'm not going to go source a bunch of towels. To make some short bows, takes 15 minutes. And we might fail because our archery skill's not good enough. I don't think so. Rags and scrap metal takes 20 minutes. So steel knuckles is a possibility. No. Cutting one. No, that's not good enough. So we need to go. We keep the spiked knuckles in mind, but let's check the this particular. No, we don't have a forge. No, all this stuff is hard to get. Plastic mold, possibly. Lumps of clay, no. Rocks, no. Just make the spiked knuckles. I don't really want to deal with it. Actually, we have fab books. We could just read the fab books, I guess. Of course, it's too dark to read. I really wish it would display their skill levels, even if it's too dark to read. That way I could easily pick them up, but I get why it doesn't work that way. Activate the flashlight. Read. So what do we have that's a good, easy fab book? 100, yes, it's fun and everything, so we'll do that. Read until we gain. Stop. Turn off the flashlight. Read the book. We'll just go up to fab 3. Stop. Again, didn't turn on the MP3 player. Can't do anything right today. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I ate all my food and you're now alcoholic. It's your last thing that has calories. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'd have to check GitHub, see if there's issues made about it. There's a possibility it's just my imagination. Sometimes when I complain about stuff like that, in the back of my head I'm like, oh, you probably just missed something and you're doing it wrong. But it is odd that we've eaten thousands and thousands of calories, but we're still at normal weight. And I don't really know enough about it to like how do you make a bug report about that when you don't really understand what's going on. But I'll check that when I get done here. I think I might do some World of Warcraft raiding this evening because I've been spending way too much time doing YouTube stuff. I haven't been taking really time for myself. And I think tonight, they reset the raids and stuff on Tuesdays. So I think I'm going to do some raiding tonight and just relax. Plus, I've been sweating bullets here for the last 2 hours, and it'd be nice to pivot back to the air conditioner. Would be nice. So I think we hit Fab 3. I think we're going to call the stream here. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm a little annoyed by some stuff. And that always makes me irritable. So I think we're going to call the stream for now. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, just showing up and being part of the conversation is plenty enough for me. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you on Thursday when I will stream Cataclysm again.